codec is pretty cool. We've got different ways of encoding and decoding information. So let's make our URL base360, base64.encode, right? And that is what that URL is in base64 encoding, right? So we can copy that and codec base64.decode, and that'll bring it right back to the YouTube URL. Let's see here. Let's create some URL encoding. So we'll say codec URL encode. And let's say, hi there, how are you? Right. Now imagine that in a URL, all those spaces, it's not going to work. But you can URL encode it and get those %20s and %21s. And then you can also take a URL encoded string, codec url.decode, and then you're back to what you had before. Let's see here. Form data. This is a good one. So codec form data dot encode. Now form data is when you have like a form URL encoded string, right, and you're posting it. And so to do that, we're going to pass along JSON. So JSON, we'll say name Matthew and role developer, right? Now when I pass that along, now we've got a form data string. So that's handy in some circumstances. Now if you're given a form data string, you can reverse it, put it back into JSON. There we go. Very cool. We can pipe that to JQ, get it to look pretty. Let's see, what else is there? Oh, there's JSON encoding as well. So codec json.encode. And this is handy if you have like a file that has a lot of stuff. So for instance, here we go, playlist, checklist. Let's JSON encode that. So for this, right, it's a little hard to pass that in inline. It's not. We could say this. We could say cat, right? In fact, let's just go ahead and do that. Let's say .var slash where are we, home slash playlist checklist, right? And here we have a nice string, right? Nice string. So there's other things that we can do in codec. Let's take a look. You can file safe. File safe is a good one. So I'll say codec text.filesave, and this is going to be a file safe text thing. So if I say, hi there, what is real? Right. .md. Right. We're trying to make that a file, let's say. So that's what it's going to be in real, right? So hi there, what is real? .md. So hyphenated, and then takes out some of these special characters as well. Notice also we're not echoing it. We probably should, though. Echo, is it echo n? Is that all it was? Yeah. So you can do file safe, JSON encode, decode, newlines encode. This is a pretty interesting one too. So codec. Again, over here we have our playlist checklist. So let's cat the .var slash home slash playlist checklist, and let's cat that to codec newlines dot encode. And I think what that's going to do is it's going to take all the new lines and make them into character new lines. Yeah, so there we go. So this is like one line of text, right? And if we take that and we say codec new lines dot decode, and we're going to decode that one long line of string, we get our nice little checklist that we're just viewing just a second ago. Base64. Oh yeah, hex and HTML. These are good for you know, if you have some HTML that you need to encode for safety or whatever, so codec html.encode, and you pass along some raw HTML. Hello. And then there's a script tag in there that's gonna have some bad business for you, let's say. So you do that, it's gonna escape those characters. If you come across characters that you really need and are 100% sure is safe, you can say decode. And that's going to put it back into nice actual HTML. All right, and then hexadecimal, you know, same formula, you know the drill. Codec hex.encode, and you know that's what it looks like in hexadecimal.